Roblox legends have been around since the early days of Roblox, but they are long gone now. But where did they go? That's what we're looking at today. So grab a snack, sit back and relax, because today we're diving into 5 different Roblox legends and what happened to them. Blox Watch is a group of hackers back in 2017 and 2018. They were known for their white and red eyes, which had been said to appear in different Roblox games. They were also known for their game, the Blox Watch HQ, in which it would show the accounts that they would be targeting, which were usually popular YouTubers back then like Dennis, Inquisitor Master, and Poke. Their group was always filled with a bunch of hacker-looking accounts, and they fueled a lot of the "don't play Roblox on March 18th" thing, if you remember that. There was a lot of mystery surrounding these guys, as we don't really know a lot about them. But they did grow a very big fan base, as Oblivious HD, known very well for his loved Last Guest series, created an animation about Blox Watch, which gave Blox Watch a ton of popularity. But nothing they said that they were going to do ever happened, as per usual. Overall, a lot of info about these hackers are missing, but for now they have disappeared off of the face of Roblox, never to see them again. Ah yes, John and Jane Doe. These accounts are super famous for the urban legend which surrounds them. It was popularized in 2017 by many players and YouTubers. It was said that on March 18th, John and Jane Doe would hack all Roblox players who were to play on that day. The story started when, despite John and Jane Doe not being online since 2006, had accepted friend requests from players who made accounts in 2008. Most of these accounts would be the scary hacker accounts from back in the day. It was later revealed by user Bad Graphics that it was a bug in the Roblox web client which allowed players to add a player without having to accept their request. But before this was found out, the rumours of John and Jane Doe hacking became extremely popular, mostly from the big Roblox YouTubers at the time making videos about them. Many players were genuinely scared of John and Jane Doe, including my younger self. People had reason to believe that they were hackers, as the accounts, such as the community, like I said earlier, were the hackers' accounts, and they were all friends with John Doe. Everybody was patiently waiting for March 18th to come, but of course, nothing really happened. The rumours were eventually debunked by Roblox, and turns out it was just an account ran and managed by Roblox. Yikes. Some of you guys may know this fella from the game Forsaken. But essentially, Cool Kid was a Roblox hacker back in 2014-2016 who has turned into a legend with a huge fan base. The Cool Kid account, an alt account for the user 007N7, would go around exploiting and trolling in different games, spamming his quote which he had on his t-shirt, "Team Cool Kid, join today." These exploits were possible thanks to the exploit Cool Kid created, known as Cool GY. He spread fear into many players when he would hack, and his exploits could completely ruin a game. Though it wasn't just Cool Kid who would use these cheats. Many other users were able to use these cheats who were part of the team known as Team Cool Kid. But because the exploits would change all the textures in the game to Cool Kid's iconic avatar and phrase, he gained quick popularity, but also a lot of hate from Robloxians. Many players hated his hacking as it would get really annoying and basically destroy any game that he decided to hack in, most of the time being Work at a Pizza Place and Natural Disaster Survival, 2 very popular games back then. Cool Kid and the true owner of the account, 007N7, would eventually be banned by Roblox, though Team Cool Kid would eventually split up after Cool Kid's termination, and ownership of the groups would be given to different users up until the current owner, ADHD Yoshi. Cool Kid has recently gained a large popularity spike due to the game I mentioned at the start, Forsaken, which is a massive game with over 200,000 concurrent players in which you can play as Cool Kid as a killer, which is another reason why he is the legend we know him as today. he will forever be recognized as one of the greatest hackers in Roblox history. Chuck Lloyd. Not technically a Roblox urban legend, but I think he's definitely worth mentioning on this list. Chuck Lloyd is one of the most infamous myths in the Roblox community. Popularized by YouTuber Flamingo, Chuck Lloyd, created by Shadelight, a then popular myth group before... We'll get to it later. The myth followed the story of a man named Chuck Lloyd. Chuck Lloyd was a World War II veteran. He had a wife named Sandra and a daughter named Lu Yen, who was rumored of being abused by Chuck, her father. Sandra, his wife, died from unknown circumstances. Chuck lives in a constant time loop and repeats the same paranoia every day from his scarecrow and the unknown entity which watches over Chuck. Chuck had games which Flamingo would visit with Chuck Lloyd, and sometimes his friend Speedy2662, better known as his editor Adam, which Chuck had actually gained his trust quite a lot. His story would be revealed through these videos, and it had everybody looking for the secrets in his games and waiting for the next upload. Unfortunately though, his story was cut short as it was found that one of the owners of Chuck Lloyd, Kazdem, was revealed to be a predator. Yeah, which is really unfortunate as his story was quite good. It's so sad to see something so cool within the community ruined by these guys who can't keep their hands away from children. It's disgusting. Even with this huge drama, Chuck Lloyd will be remembered as one of the most popular and well thought out myths of the myth era, forever cementing himself in Roblox history. Finally on this list, we've got Guest 666. One of the most infamous Roblox legends in history. But who actually is Guest 666? Guest 666 is an old Roblox myth and legend, which said that Guest 666 had abilities which no other guests had. If you aren't aware of guests, guests were accounts you could play on without the need of creating an account. They would have random numbers in their names, like for instance, Guest 1327. The legend of Guest 666 has been around since the early days of Guests back in 2008. Many people and stories said that he was very evil. Some also said that he was a hacker. He grew a much larger fan base when the popular YouTuber I mentioned earlier in this video, Oblivious HD, created a 10-minute long animation called Guest 666. It followed a made-up story of Guest 666 and gave him huge popularity. He would then drop the part 2 to this story, which would then give even more attention towards Guest 666. And as well as other big YouTubers covering Guest 666, he became a Roblox celebrity. But in the end, it ended up being debunked, as a browser extension like Edit This Cookie would give the user the ability to change their guest ID. And just like that, like all these legends, Guest 666 would then die out with the eventual removal of guests in 2017. But everybody remembers him as the most famous guest of all time who struck fear into loads of Robloxians across the world. These legends will always have a place in the hearts of Roblox players, as they helped to shape Roblox to make it what it is today. It's a shame we don't see things like this more often. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing and maybe hitting that like button if you really enjoyed. See you later.